A few moments later. 1 hour later.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
One of my hidden talents is the ability to touch my nose with my tongue. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Okay, no. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anila Mota, and those who know me refer to me as their favorite athlete's favorite athlete. Please comment, like, and subscribe to the video. Okay. So I'm basically gonna be telling you guys about a time when the guy I dated in Varsity. I actually wanted to wait and tell the story time a little bit later in life, but I just thought to myself, you know what?
Let's go.
I went to TT, just to put that one out there. One thing about me, I believe in downing things. Even alcohol, I believe in downing it. This thing of sip, I break. So, what had happened was, this was first year, so it was 2017. Basically, let's name this guy. And it's funny because we're cool now. And he even said to me this other day, he's like, you know, we're better as friends. We're better friends than when we were dating. And I'm just like, but I'm not your friend, but okay, cool.
It's cute, you think we're friends. I'm not friends with any of my exes.
It's weird. No, we're not friends. To TT, and I lived at this other res close to the butchery. I feel like I've mentioned it before in one of my story times. I was around May, let's call it Fanaka, because he always listened to his friends. Sharp. Hey, guys, literally. So literally, if I'm honest, if I explain it, and when people just, whenever I show my friends the guy, they're like, isn't it, but it don't make money, it don't make sense. And I'm just like, I know, but he was just like, let me tell you about my type, right? I don't think I have a type, but let me just usually what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to guys who are not the loudest in the group or the crowd. Oh, I love me a dark-skinned man. I love me a dark-skinned chocolate man. Some tall man. Something.
But no, he was everything but that.
But he was actually very cool. He was more like me. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like I can't explain it. I suck at explaining. I wish I could show you the picture, but I can't. So Mfanaka has been on me. He's been on my ass since I don't know when. So this one time I was going up the stairs. I used to play netball for the residents, the res. So I was quickly rushing up to the 5th floor, right, to fetch my kit to go to netball practice. So he ran up the stairs because he was at the salon, and I was like, oh, he's like, hi, can I get your number? And it was just like, it was, I can't explain it, but it was like so, like banter. We could bounce off like like our banter, our humor, like it was reciprocated. He could understand the way I talk, understood. Like I would sometimes I'd say something and he'd be like some guys that I've dated would see, now I have to explain what I mean by that, or like a pun they would understand, like, you know what I mean, like, so he understood. He was that type of guy. Because literally the salon was at the ground floor of the building I stayed in within the residence. Sharp. This guy, he runs up the stairs, right, and says, hi, nan. So one thing about me, I don't want, if you're trying to mag, dude, if you're trying to hit on me, don't hit on me in front of guys, or like in front of your crew, and come, once it is disabled, please come here, don't annoy me. I was saying, don't annoy me. Don't do this. Yo, you don't summon me. Come, if you're in a car, you get out of the car. You get out of the car. If I'm walking, you get out of the car, you come to me, and you start walking. That's just the kind of person I am. Like, you don't do that. You don't call me. And then no ways. If I wanted to do this, I was going to just do that. But no, we don't do that here. It's not on the side of town. But anyway, I see collab. Why am I getting hyped up? But he runs up the stairs. He's like, why are you in Ziba? I'm like, dude, literally, I'm rushing to catch the next bus, and I want to change and get my netball gear. Sharp, he knew that I played netball. He's been seeing me around or whatever. I haven't. It's first year. It's still fresh. Khomonate. Sharp. This whole story, I'm not saying I was right. I'm not saying everything I did in the story was perfect. I was a perfect human being. It was a cry for help help me. No ways. I have my faults. I had my faults. But I didn't flop. Shame. The way people said I flopped, that's not true. Let me get into the story. So I believe in daughter, my funa, or a man to say, please be my girlfriend. Before that, there's no such thing as we dating, eh? We might be vibing, we might be, vibing it out, but we're not in a relationship. As much as Reyes, you see the person, you basically live in the same house. I don't know, it's basically Varsity because you see them every day, you take the same bus to school, like blah blah blah, yabo. So he had never asked me to be his girlfriend. He probably approached me end of May or like 28th of May, something like that. Sharp. And then we were vibing. Never ever asked me to be his girlfriend. So I'm thinking, even if I talk to other niggas, I'm not your girlfriend. And you can talk to other girls. I'm not going to be phased because there's no title in it. It's not a thing. Sharp. Dude. There's this other guy. Let's call him rapper because he's an aspiring rapper, right? He was macking on me before he came into the picture, before Boy came into the picture. So I told Boy about him. Oh, actually, this is the guy who wanted me. And it was a hee ha ha thing. Little dumb old me thinking, I think back in the day, even now though, I'm still a very honest person. Now I'll just be like, dude, this guy's like, I'm like such a tattletale. Is it a tattletale there? I'm such a snitch in relationship. I'd be like, look at your boys in my DMs. Your boy said hi. I saw your boy. Your boy was acting weird. Like I'm that girl. If I care about you and I'm falling head over heels, slippery slope, I'm that girl in a relationship. Point blank. Period. Hi. So I tell him about the guy. We laugh. I'm thinking it's hee ha ha. Because he lived in a different building. I lived in a different building. But his soccer mate slash best friend lived in the same building as me. His friend lived on the 4th floor. I lived on the 5th. And it was literally, when I get out of my door, I can see them if they're chilling outside, and they like to chill outside for, like, they actually really like to chill outside. Actually, in a relationship, I'm really awkward. I feel like I'm so awkward in a relationship. I don't like to show my emotions a lot. Like, I'll show my emotions, but it's very rare. It's hardly never do I ever like say, I'll say things like I love you, or I love when people tell me how I make them feel or how much I mean to them. But catch me dead talk about how much I love you unless I've had one too many, or in a video. Like, I feel like I'm not making sense, but am I making sense? Like, I just don't like to express how I feel. I'm not like someone who's in tune with the emotions. I can feel the feelings and the emotions, but I can't say them out. I'm working on it. And my best friend invited me to go chill with them. Go out with her, basically at a party. But she wasn't a TT, she was in another varsity, another college. So I went out, I went for the weekend and went to spend time with my friend. And I realized, because I actually do like this guy, sharp. I was nice, hee ha ha, but it was still early days. Maybe it was like, we started really dating maybe the end of May. I'm not too sure about the timeline. But I went out with my friends, I think it was like the 4th of June 2017. It was like a weekend thing, right? Sharp. Realized I actually am really starting to like this guy. We vibing. I run away from dating guys who, I feel like, I don't want to get too real, but then like, I run away from dating guys who have the ability to completely understand me. So I know if I'm dating this one, there's only so much he can understand about me until like kuphelele. So with him, I just knew it's Allah. If things burn, they're gonna burn. So I come back on Sunday. I'm not, and it's a rest thing, you know. It's like, he was very well known. I don't like dating guys who are well known. I think I realized after Guti, he's the puppeting type. He's known everywhere. I also don't want to say his nickname, but anyway, oh boy is known everywhere by everyone, and he's like, hi, 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 and I'm just like, I don't like attention like that. For some reason, I don't like attention, but attention likes me or loves me. So I'm just like, even when he'd be like chilling with his friends, I would never greet him. Like, I would just pass him like I don't see him, like I'm not, like we're not vibing. And it wouldn't be me being some type of way. I just don't like, now I have to go in a group of people and be like, hi, like, I just don't like things like that. It's like, it makes me anxious. It's uncomfortable for me. Like, spaces like that are very uncomfortable for me. Sharp. So anyway, let's start with the story in depth. There was this guy who was part of politics. Is it politics? You know those politics things at school? And it was very well known at Res, because you lived there as well, the same Res as us. He was after me as well, before, oh boy. So on top of that, I was just like, oh boy actually really does like me, blah blah blah. I told boy from jump, guys, from jump, and till this day, I don't care what nobody says, I told him, I was like, dude, this is the story. I don't like this guy. I've never dated this guy. If you see him on my ass, he basically wants me. Let's call him Umapolitik. So Umapolitik has been wanting me for the longest time, and I just wasn't interested. He wasn't my cup of tea at all. And Nakona, he didn't do anything. He didn't tickle my fancy. So we move on. Keep in mind, I told the boy about Uma Rapper and Uma Politik, and we're not in a relationship. And on top of that, yes, I told him about Uma Politik and Uma Rapper, we're not in a relationship. He hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend. It's fair game. Do what you want, I do what I want. You don't have to report to me. I was just being nice. Honestly, I thought I was just being nice. Naive old me thinking a man would be happy with someone's honesty. Lol. Sure. We move on. Hey. This one time, he was writing, I think it was June 16. So there was a party, there was a race party. I went to the race party. The friend, I don't want to mention because I feel like there's going to be too many names. The friend who lives opposite, in the same building as me, the floor below me, on the opposite side, he was there. So I was like, oh dude, I know you. Yeah, I know you. You know, it was like hee ha ha. We laugh. You know, people are the nicest and the happiest when they've been drinking. Sharp. Literally, when I talk about, I keep digging my own grave with everything that I'm saying, and I have no clue. We'll move on. Keep in mind, oh boy has a lot of friends. Even if they're not his friends per se, but he has a lot of people that he talks to, and is always at the salon. And he has a salon that's known for gossip. Sharp, and they know everybody's business. And then, okay, let me not get into the salon, but it was owned by a man, and I was just like, why is there so much gossip? And I would expect that from females, but clearly this proves to me good to men gossip more than females do. Moving on. Or boys rather. Sharp. So now it's someone, he calls me. Oh, it was after netball practice. I think it was after the 16th. He says it was after a netball match. So I'm going up the stairs. Like I don't know how to explain it to you guys now, but the stairs was like next to like an elevator. So I'm going up the stairs. I was going down the stairs after a netball match. We just arrived at Reyes, and you can see from the fourth floor, but you can't see. So Mapolitiki, I met up with Mapolitiki. I didn't meet up with him. I happened to be going down. He was coming up. Sharp. He's like, oh, so he pulls me. I'm like, dude, don't hold me like that, because you know, men, they have no sense of boundaries. They don't understand personal space. Like, I was just like, don't hold me, nan. Yeah, about things like that. Because I was just like, I don't like you. Like, I don't like you. Not knowing what someone is seeing us. So I'm like, oh, hi. He's like, please give me a hug. I'm like, oh, hi. And then I just look. So he gives me a kiss on the cheek. I think he gave me a kiss on the cheek or something. Sharp. So from far, because it's dark, last corner, it's like dark. It's not like the what is that place, man? Passage where there's the doors. It's like there by the corner, so it's dark. Someone by the light would think, Guti, you kissed me on the lips, and it was on the side. And keep in mind, I've been saying, Guti, we're not together. And with this guy, we're still not together. Before we close for June holidays, he kept on saying, Guti, Happy when I know you're busy with my politique. I thought, when I tell you till this day, I thought nothing of it. I just thought, Guti. And it was back in the day when I thought it was cute when a man was jealous. Yeah. I thought it was cute when a man was jealous. Sharp. I'm like, okay, dude, I didn't kiss Umalwana. We were not a thing. Blah, blah, blah. Literally, there's so many things that happened in that relationship, but I was just like, it was toxic. But I didn't know anything about toxicity at that stage of my life. I mean, it was 2017. I was just, I don't know, I'm still hopeless romantic, but even harder back then. So I was just like, it's so cute, he's jealous. So I was just like, shit, he cares. Yabona, shit, he doesn't want me to see, but I can tell what he cares. Dude. Yeah. So now he keeps on bringing it up. I'm like, dude, I'm not with this guy. Like, I didn't get, like, where you getting your, like, Ngati, he knows this to be true. Like, he saw it himself. I'm thinking to myself, that didn't happen. I did see him over there, but that's not how it went down. So I'm thinking it's done. We go to June holidays, I come back, but now we have clearly and obviously caught feelings for one another, but no one has said please be my girlfriend. I'm not about to say please be my man. No ways. I'm just not that girl. I'm not gonna shoot my shot. Sorry. This one time I had left his place and he had passed out. He slept and I just left. I went to my room. He said he's like, oh, why didn't you say good you left? Or why didn't you say anything? Or why didn't you stay over? I was like, I didn't want you to fall in love with me. But that's my personality. I say random things to evoke emotion sometimes. It's not that I really like that was basically me saying I'm falling for you, so I'm backing up. But he didn't. I feel like he kind of got it, but he didn't really. So I just said I didn't want you to fall in love with me. And then I thought it was hee ha ha. Friday comes. I think he was drunk with his friends. His friends start telling him Uguti, I was busy at the June 16 party. At the June 16 party and I got so drunk. Like I was with these other men, Nani. And I'm just like, wait, what? I was sober as day at that party. Maybe not as day, but like I was soberish. It wasn't like a sober amazing, but it was like a sober thing of which I can remember. I can recall what say, oh, that one. So nyamangala, when things like this were happening, I was like, that's not true. I started telling him it was not true. That story dials down. The political story dials down, but it keeps coming back up. I'm like, it's not true. About the story thing, the party thing, I was drunk. I'm like, it's not true. I remember who was there. I remember seeing your friend, the one who lives in the same building as me. But it's not. It didn't happen like that. Dude. This guy is harboring things like it's like he has tattoos I was working like including just to use it against me in the later stage. I'm thinking it's done, but I'm sensing good to know, man. Like, but I'm just like, okay, no, let's move on. So many things started to happen, and he'd say things like, why don't you come support my soccer, because he played soccer. So he'd be like, why don't you come support my soccer games? I'd be like, oh, I'll come. And then this one time I came, oh guys, I've never done this for any man. And I remember talking to this one other friend of mine who happens to be a YouTuber. And this was back in 2015. I was like, I don't understand the whole concept of crying over a man. I don't understand this whole concept of crying over a man. Like it's like, to me at the time it was dumb. Like, why would you cry over a man? Like, she's like, and she was trying to explain it to me, you know, when it hasn't happened to you yet, so you don't understand it, you don't comprehend. He asked me to come to one of his soccer games to come support him. I literally brought my other ex-friend who's no longer my friend now. I brought this other friend of mine who's no longer my friend now. I think I brought like 3 of my friends, and we were cheering for him, like screaming out his name. Like I was girlfriend of the year. I was like, boy, yes, you got it, boy. Like I was that girl, and I don't attend things like that. I'll just wait for your dress and be like, you did good. I heard that you were the man of the match, whatever. But I'm never the, soccer moms, but like I was never that girl who's just always at practice, always. Whoop whoop. That's not me. Cut the camera.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
That's not me. So he was like, oh, thank you for coming to my match. I was like, okay, cool, babes. Still nice times. It was still nice that time. Oh, this one time on a Friday evening, he went to the butchery, because you remember I told you in the previous story time, I lived in a race that was close to like a butchery. So they liked him and his crew, and his crew had girls in it as well. So I was just like, I was still, even now I'm still like, I don't mind. I don't understand the female best friend thing if you have a girlfriend, but anyway, Sokolab had like his crew, he'd go drink at the, the butchery. This one time he calls me, he's like, and he was drunk, and I was drinking as well, but I was drinking at Ray's. As I'm drinking at Ray's, he calls me, he's like, this is the first time, before that, when he kept on telling me about what people are telling me what you were drunk at, where need to, dude, first of all, and when are you busy with Uma rapper? I'm like, first of all, you didn't ask me to be your girlfriend, so everything's fake. And he's like, nah, dude, but you saw good we were vibing. So, you know, typical man. You saw good we were vibing. I didn't know good we were together. So I didn't want to jump the wagon and be like, this is my man, and be claiming you. Can't when you be out here saying good to know we're just testing the waters, because it's possible. Things like that happen on a daily. So I was just like, like I'm not gonna say anything. But people just, my friends addressed, Abo Matapelo, Abo Dumi, the other friend of mine, and the other friend of mine, even Little Khonolo knew okay, Little Khonolo was like friends with the mates at the time, but he knew after the when everything was going to shit. So anyway, they just knew because I was on his vibing with this guy and blah blah blah, yabo. So I think he finally said, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and was just like I was like, okay, but I was just like, okay, but okay, I guess now it's official. Shut down your hoes. I'll shut down my hoes. So now it's official. That's the day I bought my coffin. I can't cut off. He didn't like this thing. It was that thing of good. He didn't like it when I drank. It was back in the days of Russian beer. Like, I didn't drink Russian beer anymore like that. I'd rather have a shot. But that day, we used to go ham. It's not what do. We used to go motherfucking ham. Yo, do me, dude. If you ever watch the story time, you and I and that girl, we used to go ham. First year, I used to go ham. Like, Federation Bill was like anyway, he calls me on a Friday night. He's like, I don't know why you keep doing this, Zanele. I could hear girls in the background what says at the butchery. I don't know why you keep doing this, Zanele wena, but I love you. So in my, literally, where's my other phone? Let's say this is my phone. So I was like this. I can't hear, like, I don't know, I love you. I'm like, like, it was still early on, but I was just like, I'm not gonna say it back yet. I'm not gonna say I love you too, or I love you. Never say I love you too, say I love you. I love you. So I was just like, I'm just gonna let him wait for it. I was like, and then he's like, no, I didn't mean that, was a mistake. I'm like, oh, okay, dude, sharp. But in my heart I knew what he meant it, but it was just like, maybe he just didn't want to say it because it was like in his feelings. So we go to the butchery, because now I've had a few drinks. Now I'm feeling brave. I go to the butchery. Keep in mind, I'm the girlfriend that doesn't like to do this 2x2 double date, chill with your friends. I'm that girlfriend. I just, back in the day, maybe now I'm better, but back in the day I'm just like, no, go be with the friends, you'll see me after. Like, I'm just that. I feel like I'm so awkward in a setting with people that don't know about you. So now I come across as standoffish. Yabo. So, but when I'm drinking, then I'll talk. That's why I say I'm an introvert and extrovert, because it depends. Like if I'm going just be standoffish and you want to experience me to my fullest capacity, if I'm making any sense. We go to the butcher, I see him, I pass him like I don't know him. And if I'm honest, guys, it wasn't me passing. Like, it's me basically explaining what I'm very awkward with, like, crowds. Like, if I don't know the people, if I know y'all, then I'm like, hey, but if I don't know y'all, like, it's just, like, I get anxiety, like, I get anxious, man. Like, it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable space for me. I don't like now people are saying something busy. I'll say hi, sanbonani, but I won't be like chilling with people I don't know. And it just, now I'm the guy that I'm dating, I'm like, I just like peace and on the side. Like, I don't know if I'm making any sense. Sharp. How? This guy. Now, Udumi, I was going with Udumi and this other friend at the time. So this guy stopped us. He sees them stop us. So he's thinking what to be entertaining these guys. So they were asking, they were Swati guys and I'm Swati. So they were asking where are we from. So I was telling them where I'm from, like in Swaziland. So they're like, oh, no, I'm Swati and he ha ha. So we exchanged numbers. I think this is where I'm saying there was parts of the relationship where I completely was not alright. Like my actions, like they were not okay. Like, looking back, in retrospect, I wasn't innocent, but it was innocent. I don't know if that makes sense. I wasn't innocent, but it was innocent. Like, so they were trying to mac, and I'm just like, no, I actually really do like this guy. As much as he's not my type, but I'm actually really falling for this guy, and I really like this guy. And then they coach at the time. I don't remember because we were drinking Russian Bay. For some reason, I got the coach's number, the soccer coach's number, and I think it was a back and forth. Uzanele, your girl is busy with your coach. And now we get to a point of no return, and I think I would always leave doors half open, so I'd let people come, not let them come back, but not close the door fully. I wouldn't say, dude, get your hair like or just leave me alone. Really. Anyway, I wouldn't fully close the door. So this one time, me being honest again, I tell him, dude, so if you decide to come to my place, my building, my floor, my room, my house, this guy is here. Like, I just didn't have the heart to say leave me alone. I think I was just so much of a people pleaser back then. So I was just like, I don't have the heart to say, like, please leave. And I told him I had a boyfriend, but he still didn't understand it, y'all. Guys, that relationship got to a point where every time a guy would mac on me, I would go to boy and report back, basically, and say, because like, it got to a point where I just wanted him to know what I really am not trying to be with anyone else. Like, I am in it with you. Why are you not seeing this? That guy was hitting on me. Literally, so he paused. I was like, after that, I literally went to him and I said, dude, this guy is hitting on me. And then what he said to me was, man, you I was like, so confused. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, I want you to trust me. Like, I'm working to get your trust, like your trust back. I don't know why I even lost it in the first place, because I haven't been shady. Maybe, okay, I've been shady in the sense of Gucci, certain things that I've been saying, but then that's not, that wasn't the intention. It wasn't, I didn't set out to say, yes, I want to shady. He'd get mad to a point where he asked me for a break. He asked me for a break on a Saturday. He asked me for a break on a he had taken this other bracelet of mine. It's not a bracelet even, it's like those what is it? Let me show you. So this is the bracelet that I'm talking about, right? So it was one of those, he took something that I owned so he can basically keep it as his own, maybe something like some cute thing about that couples do. So I didn't mind. Excuse me. So he asked me for this one time. He asked me for a break. I reckon he get 24 hour. Was it 24 or 48 hours? And then he'll come back and tell me if he still wants to be in a relationship. And I was like, what if you come back to me and tell me, Uguti, you don't want to be in a relationship? He's like, I guess that's just what it is. Yeah, but literally, damn me. I was like, gave him the break. He came back and said, Uguti, Shabu can be in a relationship. He came back on the Sunday that he's supposed to come back with feedback. Now he's keeping quiet. And I'm like, keep in mind, during this break, he's not greeting me. I'm like, okay, whatever, it's a break. I move on. It's toxic, guys. Like, at this point now, nyako. Like, being you go. At this point now, nyako. Being you go in that relationship. I was just like, it's okay. And then he finally comes back. He's like, yeah, let's try. It got to a point where he even asked me to, like, for us to exchange, like, phones, yeah, bo. And then I can see what's on his, on his WhatsApp and his DMs and whatever. And then I'll give him this. And I'm thinking, sure, because I have nothing to hide. His friends, every time something happened, guys, and I'm not even, like, exaggerating, every time his friends would go back, he has never, all these things that he's accusing me of, he's never seen with his own eyes. Never in his life. His friends would always be like, oh, I'm like, who are these friends? About the boys. Because you see why I named him Boy? Because he always listened to the boys. I was just like, yo. Guys, it was so frustrating dating that guy, Shem. Dating that guy was so frustrating because I was just like, every time I'm like, you know what? I'd leave my place, go to his place, come back, tell my friend, hey, now Bangchen. You know when you hear rumors about yourself, you're like, really? I didn't know I was there. Really? That's shocking to me. I don't know. Like, it was like that. I'm not even exaggerating. Come back and tell my type, hey, dude, apparently I'm going to go be. And she was just like, you know when you're just defeated. Like, it even got to a point where I was just like, tell your friends to take a video, take a picture, so they can show you. Because I would never, even if it's like my closest friends, I have friendships that are like 13 years long. But even now, if they knew what I was serious, like, about a nigga name, this keeps on annoying me. If I was serious about a nigga, they shouldn't expect me to just believe them off the bat. Even if they're telling the truth, I would expect you to say, bon, na sister ming satil, nang, ban, yabo. You don't just say, no, uzanele simbono no ban, and then think it's a thing. I was like, no, but all these people are like, I'm like, yes, I know, guys, it sounds crazy, but yes, and some of the stories, it didn't even happen the way they said it happened. So I was like, yeah, I was there, but that's not how it happened. So literally, and this one time the netball coach, our coach, was like, Ozanele Simbo, who happened to be friends with Boy, because he knew everyone. I was at this other building downstairs, and I was talking to this other guy that I was just like, I knew we're not together, we were nothing really. So it's Azanele Simbo, so I was just like, you know. And then now he held that against me. I said, and then someone else said, but with the man, why would she? I'm like, oh. And it came across like I was lying because I didn't keep record of all the people that I talked to. Like, are you... Like, I wish you guys, I could picture in that time and in my head what I was thinking the whole time. Thinking to myself, really? Like, how many times must I address this? and then the mapolitiki would come up, would make her an appearance from time to time with Khaba when you're busy with mapolitiki. I'm like, dude, I was not busy with mapolitiki. Mapolitiki wants me, and that's dead. Like, we were not a thing. We were not a thing, never have been a thing. I don't know what he's been telling you. Keep in mind, before we made it official, Mapolitiki came to me and said, before boy asked me to be his girlfriend, Mapolitiki came to me. And I felt like I didn't owe him anything because he's not my boyfriend. He doesn't need to know about my life. He's like, how you're not saying, you're busy leading me on. You know how men are delusional. And then he came back again after boy had asked me, Guti, are you dating her? I'm like, yes. He's like, so why did you lie the first time? I'm like, because at the time he wasn't my boyfriend, now he is. Let me check Carlos here, because I feel like they try. Yeah, but it was things like that. How, dude? Chiggy, we would be good for like a good old week, or maybe a week is even too much. Good old 3 days, and then chiggy sour, maybe for a whole week. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what stories are out. This one time we got my friends got so drunk. Now we were looking for the third friend that I'm no longer friend with, the one who stole my money. We were looking for her at this other building, this other building within the residence. So now he's seeing me walking with these guys, and I'm just like, literally, I'm not busy with these guys. I'm looking for my friend because she's drunk. Now it's like a thing of Guti, Zanele, are you gonna go with these niggas and look for your friends and your friend? And it was like he was so angry, and I'm trying to explain, Guti, dude, I'm not being funny. We went up to my place. Honestly, guys, I'm an actress. No, at that time, I was so sad because I was just like, I really like this guy. At this point, I'm not even gonna lie. At this point, I really was head over heels in love with this man, and I didn't understand. I thought it was me who was making him feel some type of feeling insecure. I was, wow, so ngisi. I thought it was me who was making him unsure. I thought I was the one at fault because of I thought good, maybe if I could just go to school, go to my room and not talk to anyone, things would be better. I thought good, maybe, I don't know. Like, literally, it got to a point where I was just like, where am I? Like, you know, when you start questioning everything and you know, no, man, but I haven't done anything wrong. Like, I know these are lies. I'm getting framed. Someone's trying to sabotage me. Like, I was just like, what is happening? I wish I could just tell you guys everything that happened in that relationship. But when we were good, we were good. But when we were bad, we were horrible. We were never good in the first place, if I'm making any sense. And then he dated this one girl that I don't even know if it's dated, but he dated this one girl that I was in the played netball with her. So this one time, after we had like a problem, we were fighting on a Saturday, he leaves my room, he goes downstairs to the building where, between that building, the Joburg building, it was called the Joes, and then there was Ikobo. There's this other passage driveway. So there's people standing there, he's standing there, and the girl, she was a well-known person. So they're talking to this group of people, and he gave her a hug, and I'm approaching. I got so mad, guys. I got so mad because it was literally a thing of good. Now I'm like so sad. I got so sad. I'm like, because we just ended the conversation of Guti. I'm not gonna admit to this. And it was always, he always felt like when he was being serious, I was like being slimmer because I would laugh. And it wasn't a thing of good ha ha ha, but it was a thing of like, that's just, I don't know how to be serious for long periods of time. I don't know how to be like, yeah, and be serious. Like sometimes I just, that's how I cope with certain things. I'd be like, like, you know, but I'm not trying to win the slim, if I'm making any sense. So I go to my friend's building. He just hugged that girl. As innocent as it was, but to me it was, we just had a fight, and now you're hugging this girl. I paused. I was so angry. He followed me up the stairs. He's like, Zanele, it's not what you think. I still love you. I'm like, dude, go live your life. Like, just go live your life, dude. It's fine. Go live your life. It's a-okay. It's fine. Go live your life. I'm not doing this. I just didn't. I was like, when I got to my friends, I'm like, let's drink. Let's just drink. And then there was a party in that building. He happened to be in close proximity to that party. So now he saw me chill with these guys. And I was just still trying to explain to him, but, oh my gosh, it's a party. I'm not with these guys. We just happen to be all in the same party. And now he's getting angry. So after the party ends, we leave together. And it's sour. The tension, the energy, it was just off. It was just off. And then it was a Saturday. The Sunday morning, he came and gave me this. He gave me my my band. I think that's basically when I knew it was over. I think that's when that's when I knew it was over, because I just thought to myself, as in, because we'd always, like, in my head we would always fix things, but maybe we'd never go back to where we were, but we'd always like fix it. So when he gave me back my what is this thing? Is it a band? What is it? I keep on thinking bandage. Bracelet. Let's say it's a bracelet. What is this thing? Whatever this thing is. I just thought, that's when I knew it was done. So for me, at that point in my life, I had a problem with people not believing me. I had a problem with people not trusting me. I had a problem with people thinking that I'm a liar, because I prided myself in being a straight up honest person. So it bothered me so much that people would speak on my character and he'd believe them, and I'd be painted as a liar, because I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. Like, so it bothered me so much. So I was so fixated on this thing, Uguti. I want to prove to him, Uguti, I have never done you this way. I have never lied and said anything. I've been telling the truth this whole time. Guys, we dated, it felt like years now, but then we started dating end of May. We broke up mid-August. I was just like, I was so fixated on like understanding Uguti where we fell short. Like, I wanted him to have that thing of Guti, she's been telling the truth this whole time, and I just didn't. And I think I always just said to him, I don't care about your friends. I don't care what your friends think about me. I always said this to him, I don't care what your friends think about me, but I care about what you think of me. I care if you think if you know I'm telling the truth, if you believe me. That's all I care about. Your friends can talk until they die. I don't care what they say about me, but I care about what you think. Because clearly what they're saying is having a huge effect on what you think. So that's a problem to me. Can you believe? I didn't believe a dang on thing that I said. One time, it was a Saturday. This is the day it ended. The day the relationship ended. It was a Saturday. I texted him, and then I said, I want to meet up with you. Something about, I want to meet up with you. He's like, no, why would I come? Or something about, no, dude. Like, he was off. So I tell Matapela, I'm like, hey Matapela, this person is doing 1, 2, and 3. Matapela, God bless her soul, guys. To this day, we make a joke about how she looked on that day because it was at night. I think it was like about 10 episodes. She put on her khaki, almost brown jacket. She's like, a sambe phone. We went. I'm like, Matapel, I'm not gonna, like, now I'm still having this thing. I'm not gonna go look for this man because clearly this is how he's treating me. Like, and I've done nothing wrong. Like, I've done nothing wrong. Matapel was like, some phone. As we're leaving my building, going to his building, we find him. I'm like, dude, why are you being like this? Why are you shangy bomb? He's like, I just think we should end it. He broke up with me. He's like, I think we should end it because, like, this relationship I started saving. I'm like, so is this how you want to end it? I was so angry because it didn't end. I understand. I would have understood, like, if I did all those things now. If I cheated and he got caught and he's been saying tell the truth and I was lying, I can understand that. I can understand if I was actually doing a lot of the things that he's saying I was doing and I got caught, things like that. I can understand it. I didn't understand it. So after that, I was so angry. I was just like, nah, fuck, I'm not gonna beg no nigga. I'm not gonna beg no man to be with me. I'm not gonna beg him to give us a chance. Because I was still angry. Lol. So stay tuned for part 2